Stevie's one of the chairs of our Maui Relief Fund, which is a game on Sunday. And I just, say a few things about that. And does it mean a little more with a teammate, Bracy, from Hawaii?
Well, I just hope that what we can do is just help the families and just the community in general rebuild. It's a beautiful culture. They've got a beautiful island that they live on, and I just hope that they can get back to where they were at some point, and hopefully what we can raise can help them. It means a lot just having Bracy in general, because I've always loved the culture of Hawaii and everything that it's about, and so I get to ask her questions and stuff. We bond over things because I have an uncle that lives out there, and so my cousins grew up like dancing and learning all of the luau dances and stuff like that. So it's kind of nice getting to have like that little bond that we can share.
How different does this fall feel for you compared to a year ago when you were just limited and really couldn't do a whole lot?
I just feel stronger this year. I know I worked a lot over this summer just trying to get stronger in the weight room, speed-wise, getting my spins back to where I want them to be. Sometimes you get into the heat of season and you're just going, and you lose the little things. So I just know that this fall is focusing a lot on the little things.
What are the things with adding strength? To a layman, how does adding strength as a pitcher help you? Is it just durability? Are you looking to pick up velocity? Both? What is adding strength going to be able to help you with?
I'm hoping with it I can just build more endurance, also getting a little bit more velocity with it. I know with my short height, if I was Monica Abbott, I would hope I'd be throwing 72, but unfortunately I can't because I'm a little shorter. So just hoping to get the help anywhere I can just to increase my mile per hour.
Does the double hop rule change? How does that impact you, if at all?
I don't really pay attention to it just because I've always kept one foot on the ground, so it's never been something that I tried, and I'm more afraid I'd lose my balance. Not very balance gifted, and so I'd be afraid that if I started jumping around, I'd probably fall.
What's the character of your group been so far? I mean, losing players like Bonk and Tara that meant so much, and what's been the process of kind of moving on without them and kind of building a new identity?
We've definitely been trying to keep the same attitude that they had towards just being postseason mentality, as our shirt says, and just thinking we were so close last year. We want to push ourselves even more than we did last year to get further. And so we've just been keeping the mentality that they kind of built and instilled into us when we first got here, and just try and help the freshmen understand that and also make them feel comfortable with that kind of mindset.
Unless you win it all, the end is always going to be jarring. And it was for you guys, obviously, but it was a nice run too. How did you guys process the run you went on at the end of last season, what you got out of it? How did it fuel you, if at all, through this offseason?
It pushed us a lot. I think we all just felt, wow, we were so close. We had that taste in our mouth, and we don't want to forget about it. We want to get back there. We want to push even farther, get to the World Series, compete at the World Series. That's been something we've talked about a lot this year. It's not just making it there, but to compete and to just show who we are and who we've always been. And I know we've just been thinking we're not going to stop until we get there again. Our mindset this year is to just keep pushing forward, and we loved being there and having that taste, but we don't ever want to feel that feeling of not getting there.
Last year you guys didn't have as big a transition. You basically only had Graham and a few solitary or isolated players, but this year you have a pretty big group of freshmen coming in. How was that different for you guys as a team? I mean, you didn't have to deal with that last year. Even as a freshman group, you guys weren't this big.
I think we've just all been helping each other adapt, helping them feel comfortable coming out of their shells, trying to make the process of becoming a student athlete in college and competing at this level as easy as possible, and just showing them the ways, leading by example, and just helping them as much as we can.
It's been developing chemistry with Emma so far.
It's been really good. Once I came back to school and I knew she had moved in already, I said, hey, you want to catch? Let's hang out. Let's go do stuff. Just trying to build that friendship there so that I know her more than just when we get on the field and I'm oh, hey, you're catching my bullpen today. Just wanting to make those friendships with everyone.
Looking back to your freshman year, what are some of the things that kind of you're able to tell the new freshman pitchers this year? Do you feel like you've taken a leadership role?
I've been trying to just instill in them, sometimes the game will knock you down, but you can't think about it in that moment. You got to just move past it, get through the inning, get through the next hitters. Don't let it tear you down, just because I know in a lot of games I would give up multiple home runs, but the mindset I tried to have on the mound was just, who cares? Whatever. It happens. You beat me once, you're not going to beat me again. And just telling them that it's going to wear you down. These are amazing hitters. They're World Series hitters like UCLA is, It's just let it go. You don't need to focus on that last pitch. Just focus on the new batter that's up.
What have you seen from the freshman arm so far?
I see a great mindset. She's got a lot of power and just a very good work ethic. Very happy to see it and just see that maturity that she has as a freshman already. I'm so excited to see what she does.
You pitch up in the zone more than not a drop ball pitcher, so you're more inclined to give up a home run than say a drop ball pitcher. Mm-hmm. And you talked about the home runs and how you try to. I know that you specifically were trying to work on pitches to try. What did you do this summer specifically to try to improve not giving up those wall balls?
I was trying to get my spin back to where it was before I kind of just got through season. Once you hit halfway, it's just you're trying to work on the little things, but you only have so much time. And I've just been trying to get my spin back to where it's jumping up and people aren't expecting it as much. And it's more of a late break rather than something someone can follow and be on plane for.
The benefit of a couple of months' time now on the news of the Big Ten. Obviously, a couple of you guys had expressed it at the time. And nobody owes any apologies for anything they said by any means. Logistically, it will be harder, undoubtedly. What is your perspective on that as somebody who will play this last season in the Pac-12 and presumably play the first season here in the Big Ten, and what that means, what that offers, and what also comes with it?
I'm a little sad just because Pac-12, sad to leave it, It's been something I've grown up watching. I've been to Pac-12 games, so it's a little unfortunate seeing it go, but I'm excited for the new challenges that we are going to face that we haven't had to face before. I mean, we've obviously faced long travel days just through postseason and stuff, but I just think it's going to be new challenges that we can overcome and we can battle with. And I'm just hoping it gives us a lot more new competition and just shows us more ways to improve. Just because we've played these teams for so long now, let's see what other people are working on, what other people are doing that can maybe help expose things we want to work on more, or maybe it'll show us hey, we've been working here really well and let's keep it working.
That was made when the UCLA and USC news first came up, a year plus to digest that by comparison. A lot was made with UCLA about travel and about what they would do with charter flights and those things. Much of this is still being sorted out here. As a player who's from the West Coast, who's brought up the travel component, what is something you would like to see? Obviously everyone would love to charter everywhere. That would help, undoubtedly. Is that a high priority? If you had the opportunity to meet with administration to say, these are things as players that would really help us, what would some of those things be?
I haven't met with any of the administration. I know Paige was able to just express some concerns that we had. I'm not sure what our official consensus is on a solution. I'm just hoping that we can keep talking to schools like we do when we're in just regular season right now in Pac-12 is just, hey, we have a student athlete that needs to take a proctored exam. I'm just hoping that we can still get those opportunities through the school that we're playing at, just allowing us to take the exams we need to take.